Good morning, students. I'm Mitofo. Today, we are going to learn about finding equivalent fractions and simplifying fractions. Review. Do you still remember our material last time? Understanding equivalent fractions. Number 1. Look at the number lines below. What are the missing fractions on the number line? Name 3 pairs of equivalent fractions. There are 2 number lines. The first number line consists of 12 dots. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So every dot is denominator equals 12. One whole equals 12, 12. The first line, the first dot is 112, 212. The missing fraction is 312 and 512 and 712, 812 and 1012. The second number line. From 0 to 1, there are 4 dots. First, second, third, and fourth. First dot is 1/4. Second, 2/4. 3/4. And 1 here is 4/4. 4/4 equals 1 whole. So, we can find the equivalent fractions 3/12 and 1/4 are equivalent. 6/12 and 2/4 are equivalent. 9/12 and 3/4 are equivalent. So there are 3 pairs equivalent fractions. Example 2. Shade the parts of figure B to show an equivalent fractions of the figure A. Figure A. The fraction of the shaded part is 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 as numerator, denominator 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So the fractions of the shaded part is 4/9. The figure B. We are going to find the equivalent fraction of 4/9 on figure B. The equivalent fractions of 4/9 is 8/18. 8 is numerator, or 8 is the shaded part. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And denominator 18, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So we can conclude 4/9 and 8/18 are equivalent fractions. We have reviewed the material last meeting. Now, we go to the main topic, finding equivalent fractions. Finding equivalent fraction given the numerator or denominator. As we know, a fraction has numerator and denominator. We can find an equivalent fraction by multiplying numerator and denominator by the same number. Here's the fraction this. 1/4. This 2, 8. 1/4 and 2/8 are equivalent. 1 times 2 equals 2. 4 times 2 equals 2. Numerator and denominator multiplied by the same number. Example 2. Find 3 equivalent fractions of 2/5. Answer: 2/5. We are going to find the missing number to complete the fraction. 2 become 4 times 2. So denominator times by 2 also equals 10. Denominator 5 becomes 15 times 3. So numerator times 3 also become 6. The numerator 2 become 8. So times 4. Now denominator times 4 also become 20. 4, 10, 6, 15, 8, 20 are equivalent fractions of 2/5. Example 3. List some equivalent fractions of this fraction. 2/7. 2 becomes 4 times 2. 7 also times 2 becomes 14. 2 becomes 3 times 3. Now 7 times 4 equals 28. 2 times 4 equals 8. So the next missing fraction is 10/35 because the numerator 2 times 5 and 7 times 5 equals 38. The numerator 2 becomes 12 times 6. So the denominator 7 times 6 equals 42. Simplifying fractions. How to simplify a fraction? We can simplify a fraction by dividing the numerator and denominator by the same number. Example 1. Can you find the simplest form of 6/12? Answer: we can divide the numerator and denominator for each fraction. 6/12. The numerator divided by 2 and denominator divided by 2. So 3/6. 3/6 is not the simplest form of 6/12 because 6, 3 and 6 can be divided the same number. 3 divided by 3 equals 1. 6 divided by 3 equals 2. So 1/2 is the simplest form of 6/12. We can also simplify it in one step. 6/12 divided by 6 and 12 divided by 6. So equals 1/2. The simplest form of 6/12 is 1/2. Example 2. What is the fractions of the shaded parts shown? Find the simplest form of the fraction. Can you guess the fraction of the shaded part? Yes, you're correct. The fraction of the shaded parts is 3/9. To find the simplest form of 3/9, divide the numerator and denominator by the same number. 3 divided by 3 equals 1. 9 divided by 3 equals 3. So the simplest form of 3/9 is 1/3 because on 1/3 the numerator 1 cannot be divided equally as the smallest number, and the denominator 3 cannot be divided equally as the smallest number. So can you answer these questions? And this? Please do it independently. Summary. Today we have learned finding equivalent fractions. We can find the equivalent fractions by multiplying the numerator and denominator by the same number. And simplifying fractions, we can simplify by dividing the numerator and denominator by the same number. Thank you and Amitofo. See you next time.